morning, everybody. Today we're going to be doing the modified Ashtanga again, much like last week. So we'll start in a nice, comfortable seated position, cross-legged, sitting up nice and tall. You can close your eyes. Place your hands on top of your knees, palms facing up. And just slowly start to breathe in through your nose. Nice, deep, slow inhales. And matching exhales. Try to focus on the sound of your breath. Important to have a nice, calm, balanced breath. Your inhales matching your exhales. You can always come back to your breath during class if you ever start to get off pace. Feel like you're out of breath or out of sequence. Just focus, matching your inhales, your exhales. Like your yogic metronome. So with your next inhale, we're going to reach both hands up overhead, reaching from the tailbone all the way through the fingertips. Take hold of your left wrist and slowly pull it over to the right side. Keeping your left shoulder pulled back, just opening up the left side body. And exhale, release, come back to center. Reach higher, take hold of your right wrist, and gently pull over to the left side. And with your exhale, release, come back up to center. Reach a little bit higher. Inhale, and exhale, twisting over to the right side, placing your right hand at the base of your spine. Left hand can go on top of your right knee. And just gently twist, gazing over your right shoulder. With your next inhale, release, come back up to center, arms stretched overhead. And exhale, twist over to your left side. Left hand at the base of your spine, right hand on your knee. Inhale, come back up to center, arms overhead. And exhale, come forward, coming over your knees into your tabletop position. So your hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. From here, go ahead and walk your hands forward just a little bit and slowly start to bring your hips forward. And then rotate around. Bring your hips back towards your heels. And continue rotation for a dancing line. And continue to rotate, opening up the various joints. And you can stop and reverse rotation. And come back to a neutral tabletop. Go ahead and extend your feet out for your plank. And slowly, with control, lower all the way down, keeping your elbows in nice and tight. And release once you're finally on the mat. Flatten the tops of your feet. Push up slightly for a cobra. And then push back and over your knees for a child's pose. So your knees are wide towards the outside of the mat. And slowly sink your hips back towards your heels, dropping your chest and your chin down towards the mat. With your next inhale, come back into a plank. Again, slowly lower all the way down, keeping the elbows in nice and tight. This time we're going to push up a little bit higher for cobra, even the shoulders down, not pulled back, just down below the head. And then push back into your first down dog. And after your next exhale, look to the top of the mat. Slowly walk your feet all the way forward, between your hands. And just allow yourself to hang heavy here. Crown of your head pulling towards the mat. Go ahead and take hold of opposite elbows. And rock from side to side. And release your elbows. Slowly come all the way up to standing. Inhale the arms overhead. Pushing the hips forward, slide back bend, palms together. And release down to your chest. And down to your sides. Inhale, hands up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms. Step back for a plank and lower all the way down. Inhale for upward dog or cobra. And exhale, use a down dog. Remember here to push through your fingertips, so we're keeping the pressure out of our wrists. Pushing the hamstring, the high hamstrings up, the hips. Nice and high. You need to pedal out your feet here. Get some movement, stretching the calves. Slowly trying to sink your hip or your heels down towards the mat. And look to the top of the mat. Step or walk all the way forward. Inhale, calf lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up to standing. Hands overhead. And release the chest and down to your side. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway and lengthen. And exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, step all the way back to the plank and lower down. Inhale for your upward dog. And exhale, back into down dog. Bottom of your exhale, look to the top of the mat, step or walk forward. Inhale in the forward fold, look at lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up to standing. And release to your chest and down to your spine. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up halfway and lengthen. Bend your knees, plant your palms, all the way back. Exhale as you go down. Inhale for up dog. And exhale into down dog. And at the bottom of your next exhale, look to the top of the mat. Step, walk, or jump forward. Inhale into looking out and lengthening. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up to standing, hands overhead, palms together. And release down through to your side. From here, with our legs, either our legs completely together or about hip width apart, but not in between. We're going to bend our knees, sink our tailbone, sweep our hands up for our chair pose. Nice inhale, reaching through the fingertips. And exhale, folding forward. Hands to the mat. Inhale, look out and lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms. Step back into plank and lower down. Inhale for up. Exhale into your down dog and stepping the right foot forward for a warrior two, dropping the left heel. Inhale up for warrior one. And exhale, release down to the mat. Push your hands, step your foot back and lower down. Inhale for up. Exhale into down. And stepping the left foot forward, dropping the right heel, coming up into warrior one. Deep inhale, reaching through the fingers. Exhale, release down to the mat. Step your foot forward, back, and lower down. Big inhale into up dog. And exhale into your down dog and hold for 5 breaths. On your exhale, move to the top of the mat. Step, walk, or jump forward. Inhaling, looking out and lengthening. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Sweep the hands up for a chair. And exhale, come up to standing, release, hands down the chest and down by your side. Deep inhale, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway and lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, touch your palms, step back and lower down. Inhale for up. Exhale for down. And stepping the right foot forward, dropping the left heel. Inhale for warrior one. Exhale, release hands down. Stepping the right foot back and lowering down. Inhale for up. Exhale, down dog. And stepping the left foot forward, dropping the right heel. Big inhale for warrior one. Exhale, release the hands. Step the left foot back, lower down. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale into down dog for 5 breaths. Arm of your exhale, look to the top of the mat. Step walk forward. Inhaling while looking out and lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale, bend your knees, tuck your tailbone while sweeping the hands up. Chair. And exhale, release, come all the way up to standing. Hands down to your chest and by your side. So from here, go ahead and pop both feet out. You're close to the edge of the mat, not quite all the way to it. Inhale, hands up and overhead, hips pushing forward, right back bend. Go ahead and slowly start to fold forward. And see if you can take hold of your big toes with your peace finger grip. Keep a nice flat back. Just allowing your head to hang heavy towards the mat. With your next inhale, come up halfway, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, see if you can fold a little bit deeper. Either place your hands under your feet, or if holding the big toe was enough, you can continue doing that. Just gently pulling your crown towards the mat. And release your grip. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up to standing. Hands overhead, palms together, and release down to your chest and by your side. So from here, we're going to step our right foot towards the back of the mat. Pivot our toes toward the back. Left toes are going to point at about 45. Try to straighten both legs if you can. Arms are extended out. Our triangle pose. So from here, we're going to reach forward with our right fingers and then drop our hand down to the inside of our right calf. Left hand's extended to the ceiling, pulling the left shoulder back. Keep a nice straight line between the fingertips. If you want to use a block here, or a book or something to rest your right hand, just try not to keep it floating. So if you can make it to the ground, that's perfect. with your next inhale, we're going to come back up to standing and shift the feet. So now pivoting the left fingertip or left toes towards the top of your mat, right toes at a 45, easing over your left fingertips. Slowly reach forward with your left hand and then drop it down towards the inside of your left calf. Right arm's extended towards the ceiling. Your next inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Go ahead and pivot your feet again. Right toes towards the back of the mat. Left toes at a 45. Arms extended. We're going to slowly pivot the upper body into our left fingertips out in front of us. Right arms extended behind us. Gazing forward. Reach with your left fingertips and slowly drop them to the outside of your right foot. Now your right hand's extended towards the ceiling. Pulling the right shoulder back and open. Pulling the right hip back. Up into the step. Deepen the stretch a little bit. And inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Slowly unwind yourself. Left fingertips forward, pivoting the feet, so left toes forward. Right toes at a 45. Continue to pivot your upper body. Right fingertips forward, left arms extended behind you. Slowly reach forward with your right hand and drop it to the outside of your left foot, extending the left hand towards the ceiling. Yeah. And inhale, come up to standing, wind yourself. Go ahead and step both feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands overhead, hips pushing forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthening through the spine. Bend your knees, plant your palms, and go through your flow. And we'll hold in down dog for 5 breaths. And after your next exhale, to the top of your mat, step, walk, or jump forward. Inhaling into your, looking out, lengthening. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up to standing, hands overhead, palms together. And release down to your side. So from here, again, we'll step our right foot to the back of the mat. Facing our toes to the back of the mat, pivoting our left toes, 45. Go ahead and bend into the front knee, arms extended out. So your knee is over your ankle now. And again, from here, reaching forward with our right fingertips, slowly drop them again to the inside of your right calf. Or side angle. Left arms extended up to the ceiling, left shoulders pulling back. Left hip is pulling open. Go ahead and extend the left arm forward, your biceps over your ears. And inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Go ahead and pivot your feet, left toes towards the front of the mat, right toes at a 45. Bend into the left knee. So your left knee is over your ankle. Reaching forward with your left fingertips. Drop down to the inside of your left calf. Down by your foot. Right arm's extended up. And go ahead and extend the right arm out, reaching the fingertips forward, right biceps over your ear. And inhale, release, coming back up to standing. Go ahead and pivot your feet again, right toes forward or to the back of the mat, left toes at an angle. Bend into that right knee again. Slowly pivot the upper body. Continue until your left fingertips are out in front of you. Slowly reaching forward with your left hand and drop to the outside of your right foot. Extending the right hand toward the ceiling. And inhale, slowly come all the way up to standing. Go ahead and pivot your body back to the front of the mat. Left toes are facing forward now. Right toes at a 45 angle, leaning into the left knee. Arms are extended. Slowly pivoting the upper body. Bring your right hand out in front of you. Left hand is extended behind you. Reaching forward with the right fingertips. Slowly drop to the outside of your left foot. Left hand's extended toward the ceiling. With your next inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Go ahead and pivot back towards the center. Bring both hands up and overhead. Step the right foot to meet the left. Deep inhale, back bend, hips forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms. Step back, lower down, and go through your flow. Inhale for upward. And exhale into your down dog. At the bottom of your next exhale, move to the top of the mat, step walk the front forward, coming up, lengthening halfway. Exhale, fold, and inhale, come all the way up to standing. And release your hands through your chest and down by your side. So we'll go ahead and step our right foot back again towards the back of the mat. This time, both feet are angled off the side of your mat. Inhale, both hands overhead, and exhale, Slowly hinging forward. Bringing both hands down to the mat underneath your chest. Fingertips are facing forward. The heel of your palm is in line with the heel of your feet. See if you can get your palms all the way down to the mat. And allow your head to just hang heavy, the crown dropping towards the mat. Go ahead and release the hands. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Hands overhead. And release, hands down to your hips. Actually have your hands towards your lower back, so your thumbs are facing each other, pushing into your low back. Just a little massage, and your hands gripped around your hip bones. And just a little bit higher. Inhale, easing up. Exhale, gently folding forward, hinging at the hips. Keeping a nice flat back here, not rounding. And again, just let the crown of your head drop towards the mat. And with your next inhale, slowly come all the way back up to standing. Go ahead. Inhale, hands up and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Come all the way down, reaching out, take hold of your big toes, or your ankles, or your feet, whatever is available to you. Try to straighten the knees, keep a nice flat back. Just let your head fall to the mat. And release your grip. Inhale. Come all the way back up to standing. Hands overhead. And release. So now we'll bring our arms behind us, clasping our hands together. So arms are extended, shoulders are pulling down and back. Inhale, knees up, pushing the hips forward. Exhale, folding forward, keeping the hands together, dropping the head towards the mat, and allowing your hands to pull up, stretching the shoulders. And inhale, and back up to standing, releasing your grip. Inhale, hands up and overhead. And exhale, release, round your hips. Go ahead and step back to the top of your mat. From here, let's see, we're actually going to inhale, hands up and overhead. Exhale, step towards the back of the mat, arms extended. Pivot your toes towards the back of the mat. You can step your left foot forward just a little bit. It doesn't have to be as wide as the triangle. Slowly pivot. So now you're facing the back of the mat. Your hips are squared forward. Both legs are straight if possible. Go ahead and take your palms behind you. If you can have your hands in a prayer position with the fingers facing up, press them together there, or just simply put your fists together. So you're pulling your shoulders back towards each other. The shoulder blades are pulling towards each other. Gaze is forward, chest is nice and open. Inhale, stand up nice and tall. And exhale, slowly start to hinge forward. Bring your chin towards your shin. And if this is as far as you can go, that's fine. Just stay here. Just remember to keep the hands together. Keep the shoulders pulling back. Keep a nice flat back. Inhale, back up to standing. And keep your hands together. Go ahead and pivot your left feet forward, left toes forward. Right toes 30, 45-degree angle. Squaring the hips towards the front of the mat. Standing up nice and tall. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, slowly hinge forward at the hips. And bringing the chin towards your shin. Inhale, come back up to standing. Go ahead and release your arms. Step to the top of the mat, feet together. Hands up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway into the spine. Bend your knees, plant your palms, and go through the final flow of today's class. Slowly lowering down. Inhale for your up dog. And exhale, back and over into your down dog. Still trying to sink the heels to the mat if they're not there yet. Hopefully they're a lot closer now than in the beginning. Go ahead and bend your knees now. We're going to sink back into our turbo dog so the heels come up, knees are bent. And here we're going to just hop forward. And when we land, we'll cross our ankles. So we just hop and then gently drop down and just seat it. So extending both feet out in front of us. Sit up nice and tall. Let your hands by your tailbone, pushing through. Chest is open. Go ahead and release the hands all the way up and overhead. And fold forward, reaching for your big toes. After your next exhale, come up halfway. If you can either reach a little further, maybe your hands go over your feet, outside of your feet, or you're just able to hold on to your toes and straighten your legs a little bit more. And exhale, fold. And release. Come all the way back up to seated. Go ahead and bring your right leg up to your right foot, the inside of your left thigh. Don't put it right up next to your foot. Keep it about one fist width apart. Put it up nice and high. Sit up nice and straight. Inhale, hands up and overhead. And slowly reach forward for your left foot. So your right shoulder's coming in close to your right knee. And release. Come back up to seated. Take your right foot, place on the outside of your left knee. Right knee is nice and straight. Inhale, hands up and overhead. Exhale, release. Left hands to the base of your spine. Either wrap your right elbow around the front of your knee, or you can bring it on the inside of your knee with your arm extended. And you can gently push away from your knee, deepening the stretch, gazing over your left shoulder. And release. Come all the way back over to the right side. Plant both hands down. Gentle bow. Release the leg. Go ahead and now bring your your left foot up. Again, it's about one fist width up from your knee. Inhale, hands overhead. And slowly reach forward, taking hold of your right foot. Again, keeping your left knee in close to your left shoulder so it's not falling out towards the side. I bet you can see that. And after your next exhale, release the hands, back up to seated. Go ahead and cross your left foot over. Inhale, hands up and overhead. Exhale, twisting to your right side, right hands at the base of your spine. And wrapping your elbow on the outside of the knee, or bringing it on the inside. Pushing away to help deepen the stretch. And after your next exhale, go ahead and release. Twist all the way back over to the left side. Plant both hands and bow. Extend both feet out in front of you. We're going to slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Bring our head, our shoulders down. Bring both feet up to plant the bottoms of the feet on the mat, about hip width apart for our bridge pose. From here, we're going to push the hips up towards the sky. Bringing both hands underneath, clasping your hands together. Pushing the little finger edges into the mat. Pushing the hips up just a bit higher. Gaze is directly up towards the ceiling. Inhale, see if you can lift just a little bit higher. And exhale, release. Extend both legs out. Now go ahead and bring your right knee up to your chest. Get it nice and tight. And then slowly, with your left hand, pull it over to the left side. Coming over onto your left hip. Extend the right arm out beside you. Release. Coming back up. Bring your right knee again. One more time to your chest. And release. Extending it out. Bring your left knee up now. Pull that nice and tight. And slowly with your right hand, pull it over to the right side of the mat. Extending your left hand out. Left side. Rolling onto your right hip. Release, coming back up. Center, extend your left leg out. Bring both knees in. Now get them in nice and tight. And roll from side to side. Go back. Now go ahead and bring your feet, the bottoms of your feet together. And slowly let them fall down to the mat. Knees are extended. Out to the side, just slowly dropping. A bit of gravity. Hands are out to the side, palms facing up. Go ahead and release the bottoms of your feet, extending your legs out. Bring your hands by your side. So with your next inhale, we're going to lift everything off the mat that we can. You come up and you squeeze every muscle you possibly can in your body, squeezing your eyes, squeezing your face, tensing up everything. Deep inhale. And exhale, release. Letting everything drop down to the mat. Hands are by your hips, palms facing up. Shoulders are dropping into the mat, eyes are closed. Feet are hanging heavy side to side. And just breathe in your final relaxation pose. See if you can come back to your breath like in the beginning. Just slowly follow your breath through your nose. As we inhale, focus on the sound it makes as it goes over the back of your throat, down to your abdomen. And then exhaling, your abdomen drops back over your throat. Just see if you can focus on this for a while. Slowly start to bring our attention back into the room. And then back into our body. Start to create some movement. Wiggling your fingertips, your hands, your toes, and then your feet. And when you're ready, you can bring your knees up towards your chest. And slowly roll onto your right side. And when you're ready, come back up to a nice comfortable seated position. We'll take one more inhale, sit up nice and tall, bringing the hands up and overhead, palms together. Exhale, release, hands down to your chest. Thank you all for joining today. You have a wonderful day, a great weekend.